I'm sitting in the rocking chair in the corner of my son's room. In the opposite corner, there's a man-shaped silhouette, head cocked at an angle, staring at me with 3 yellow eyes. 2 of them are right where a human should be, but there's one settled about where I think the thing's forehead is. They glow softly, just like my son had explained. Ever since it entered the room, there's a ringing in my ear. It must be similar to tinnitus. Not especially painful, but irritating in a way that puts you slightly on edge. You'd know this damn thing was in here, even if you didn't see it. It isn't moving right now, but occasionally it will. I'm not sure how to describe it. It blinks in and out, I guess. It blinks and the head is turned at the opposite angle as dogs sometimes do when you talk to them. My son has talked about the man with 3 yellow eyes since he was able to form a coherent sentence. Every 4 or 5 nights, he would wake up crying out for us, and one or both of us would head to his room to see what was wrong. We always turn on the hallway light to illuminate our way into his room, since the floor was often a minefield of scattered toys placed in just such a way to puncture the foot of the groggy adult. He would tell us the man with 3 yellow eyes was in his room watching him. He never mentions him trying to hurt him, talk to him, or touch him. Just watches him. Complaints of a headache often come along with these weekly events. We give him some ibuprofen, soothe him until he's calm. Down he goes. In the morning, he will recount the events again, but by mid-morning, all concerns of the man with 3 yellow eyes seem to fade away. At age 3, our son was still having his weekly occurrences of the man with 3 yellow eyes. It was summer break, and my wife, a school teacher, mentioned that she wanted to go to visit her parents in another state, and I recommended it. It would give me a great chance to get a few things on the endless list of things to do knocked off. The thought also entered my mind that this may be the best chance for me to spend the night in my son's room and see if there was an environmental factor creating the illusion of the yellow-eyed intruder. I can still remember as a child the silhouette of my jacket hanging on the door looked like a gremlin hanging from the hook. Other times, the settling of our old house would produce a noise I was sure could only be caused by some ancient beast in the attic. We all grew up with our boogeyman, and I was determined to see what caused my son's confusion. Earlier this evening, after my wife and son departed for her parents, I performed my usual bedtime routine. Checked the door locks, quick microwave dinner, brushed my teeth, pajamas, and then off to bed. I shut off the light and stretched out in my son's twin-sized bed. As I hadn't slept in a twin since I was a child myself, there was some adjusting to be done before I was able to be comfortably settled in. Glancing around the room, I didn't immediately notice anything that could be mistaken for the man with 3 yellow eyes. For nearly an hour, I looked around and continued to find the culprit. Around 11 p.m., I began to noticeably begin drifting off to sleep when suddenly in front of me, 3 yellow dots appeared in my field of vision. With a shock, I jolted up in the bed and the 3 yellow dots disappeared. For a few minutes I sat breathing heavily and laughing internally for letting myself get wrapped up in this boogeyman hunt. After I'd calmed back down, I put my head back on the pillow and the 3 yellow dots slowly reappeared. Without the fog of sleep, I could see that the security light at the back of the house was able to make its way through 3 holes in the window blinds. There was a privacy hedge outside my son's window that blocked almost all of the light except for this small area. I began congratulating myself for solving the mystery so quickly. It must be some nocturnal animal that sets off the security light once or twice a week. My son wakes up to see 3 pinholes of light in his sleepy haze, thinks there's a mysterious creature watching him sleep. Feeling proud of myself for solving the mystery, I grab my phone off of his nightstand and get out of bed to head to my bedroom. No need to spend the rest of the night curled up in a twin-sized bed when a comfortable king awaits me. As I turn around to walk to the door, I could see a black silhouette shaped like a man blocking the exit. I froze in place, and as I came to a stop, that is when 3 yellow slits slowly opened and looked in my direction. After shaking my frozen posture, I yelled and began to charge in its direction, but stumbled backward when it began moving at me at the same speed. At the same time, a ringing started in my ears. I stumbled backward into a chair in the corner, and as I fell into the chair, I saw the thing blink away and then into the opposite corner. I'm not sure how long I initially sat frozen in the chair, but the creature just stared, occasionally blinked in place, moving the position of its head. Eventually, I began to inch out of the chair, but it would blink back into the doorway. If I eased back into the chair, it would blink back to the opposite corner and continue the emotionless gaze. A few times I've tried to make a call to emergency services on my phone, but all I can hear is white noise on the other line. So again, here I sit in this chair, looking back at this thing. This man with 3 yellow eyes. I've spoken to it, but when he opens its mouth, it emits the same soft yellow glow and a series of clicking noises. It hasn't tried to hurt me and only moves to the door when I try to get up. I have no damn clue what to do. My phone will probably die soon, and sharing this is the only thing I can think to try. I'm not even sure this will get out. The man with 3 yellow eyes is still blinking in and out. And now when he blinks back, he's a little closer every time. I'm gonna have to make a break for it soon, since I don't have any other options. But I'm sure it won't work. If a child in your family tells you there's a man with 3 yellow eyes watching them, sleep and listen. It's here now looking at me and inching closer, so I guess it doesn't follow the kid that sees them. So get them away and don't look back. And for God's sake, don't go to sleep in the room where they've been seen. So this is a story by GTripp14 from Reddit No Sleep. If you enjoyed the story, please look at the description below the video here and check out their work. They are an amazing writer, and were kind enough to offer the story to be narrated on the channel. Thanks again for listening, everybody. Please like, subscribe, comment, and thanks for watching again. Hope you have a great evening. Take care. See you next time.